Hello game fans! Now, Firewatch made me feel so guilty for cheating on my in-game wife. I had trouble sleeping. Never in my gaming life has a title ever stirred such an emotion. Sure, the game looks beautiful and the voice acting is top notch, but emotion? That's pretty rare in a video game these days. Here is my review of Firewatch, now out on Xbox One.
Hello? Whoever this is?
Walking simulator may feel like a derogatory term, but the new first-person combat-free adventure game genre has taken it in their stride and made it their own. After all, it's much snappier than first-person combat-free adventure game. Firewatch takes place in the Wyoming wilderness in 1989. You play Henry on his first day as a forest fire lookout in the Shoshone National Park. Henry's wife develops an early onset dementia at 41, and Henry is taking a break, his care role, whilst the in-laws look after his wife. On his first day, Delilah, his supervisor, contacts him via a walkie-talkie and asks that he investigates some illegal fireworks at the lake. From there, you spend the time talking with Delilah over the walkie-talkie and generally moving from point A to point B, conducting various jobs around the park, investigating this, fixing that, checking on that. The story then takes all sorts of twists and turns and goes from creepy to downright strange. The conversations keep the plot moving and the sounds and visuals are beautiful and atmospheric. Walking through the forest and across the rocky outcrops is actually quite peaceful, and something the Xbox One version has taken full advantage of by adding this new free roaming mode. So after you finish the game, players can simply enjoy the wilderness. When you finish part of the narrative, the next chapter appears on a black screen stating which day you're on. In many ways, it kind of feels like a choose-your-own-adventure book, and that your decisions in the game correspond to the following day that you'll appear on. At one point I'd be on day 30 and discover a key piece of information, and then I would suddenly jump forward 3 weeks. The game can be played through in around 5 hours, which is the perfect amount of time for a game these days in a market saturated with 20+ hour titles. The game uses familiar first-person controls to walk around, interact with objects, and to climb or abseil down the various cliff faces. Conversations over walkie-talkies have various dialogue options as well, and you also can just stay silent. As mentioned earlier, the Xbox One version not only adds a free roaming mode, but also a developer commentary mode that adds various museum pods that can be accessed to give you an audio journal of the game's development, as well as a few cool toys to play with, such as a third-person view. This latest version also uses the latest version of Unity, which brings with it all of its own bells and whistles. The dialogue is what really brings the game alive, as you learn more about your character, more about Delilah, and about all the other characters who had ventured on the mountain before you. Overall, Firewatch is a breath of fresh mountain air in a marketplace full of frantic shooters, frightening horrors, and fast-paced driving games. Whilst you can compare this to something like Dear Esther, Gone Home, or Everyone's Gone to the Rapture, it holds its own with an emotionally invoking story, beautiful aesthetics, and convincing audio work. It's worth playing through the full 5 hours, despite a couple of lull moments during the emotional journey. If this review has been useful, then please give it a thumbs up, and if you're not already subscribed, then please subscribe to my channel, and I'll be back with another video very soon.
Finish him!